Hi, this is Juan with JuanSandovalSprinklers.com, and I'm excited to share with you my little finished product on how to water your hanging baskets or pots. So let me show you what we did on this last part. Now the tools that we used are this puncher. What this does is punches holes in here. You hold it with your other hand and you would just punch a hole in there, and then you can put these hoses in there with the couplings that come attached with this little kit. Then we used PVC cutters, channel locks, Teflon, and Christie's glue. That's all. Now here we are at our point of connection. Obviously everything here was cut and glue. Everything on this side was basically just threaded. Now when you get to this portion of your connections, this side goes first. Everything is just Teflon and hand tightened. Once all this is built, then you take your channel locks, thread this on there, and cut and glue everything to your custom application. Everything down here, this T, these hoses, you cut with the PVC cutters and just push in. They work on compression, so you just shove them in there. You feel a little resistance, but that's normal. You just push a little harder and it'll go in. Now, the controller, what's neat about this controller, no wiring to be done. As you can see, the wiring comes out of the controller and goes right into the solenoid. I'll take this off so you can see. However, because there is no power here, or I chose to be green and not use power, because I actually do have power over there. But like I always say in my videos, no electricity means no electricity bill, or less of it. So I decided to do this system green. So then all you have to do, because this is a traditional Hunter valve, all I did is take the original solenoid, so on, spun it out and spun this one in that comes with the controller. Then attach this guy in there. This snaps in there. There you have it. And to weatherproof it, it comes with this little neoprene cover. So there you have it. Now, the bubblers themselves that are watering these pots, my two pots, my queen palms, like that one. And I have something over there in the corner, just not much, but still it's another job, which is the reason I did this video and this system. Obviously we need to water, so it's pretty, so like I said, it's pretty simple, and like I said, there's hundreds and stuff you can use, but this is the professional grade stuff. This is what you're gonna put in that's gonna last. Obviously it might be a little pricier, but this is what works, and you can run it all, you know, whichever way you. This is kind of roughed in there, because so you could see how it goes. Obviously these I would try to hide, and that I'm going to eventually tack on behind the bamboo. I also put some up there so I can add plants later. Put one here, put one here, around the main holes on the bottom. There's another connector here coming off the main, and you always want to do extra hoses, which is okay because the kit comes with about 25 of them. Your pressure, depending on where you are and what you have, but around 60 pounds might allow you to have about 10 of them. If not, obviously you would have to add another valve. You want to use Christie's glue, and Christie's glue, when you go to the home improvement store, they try to sell you all kinds of stuff. They try to sell you primer, for the glue, primer for the primer to put on the glue. They have all kinds of crazy stuff. But my experience is Christie's is all you need. You just clean the end, put Christie's, and it's good till about 150 pounds. The average house only has 65 pounds to about 100 psi. So I've never had any problems in residential using Christie's red hot glue. So I'm a big fan, and it's never let me down. When pressures are higher, you have to let it sit overnight. When you're 100 pounds or less, you can open the water within 20 minutes. Okay? So now let me show you how this controller works. Excuse me. Okay. Basically, play around with it. We'll play around with it to get it to light up. Once it lights up, basically use that center button to throttle. That's the date. That's our start time. And that's our run time, how long it's going to run for. And then once you throttle to where you want to get to with the small button, then you use the plus and minus to throttle what you want to do. Like if I wanted to increase the time, see I'm going up to 7 minutes. 5 minutes for this kind of stuff daily has been enough. Probably when the peak summer's behind me, I'll probably go every other day, to be quite frank. But at this point, we're going 5 minutes every day. Those queen palms over there are pretty big. So that's that. But when you finish, you want to make sure that you're at, when you're finished doing this, oh wait, let me backtrack here. It has another setting here that's pretty interesting. This 100% is whatever I'm running now, whatever time I'm running now. If I don't want to go through, you know, everything I just showed you as far as the program, all I gotta do is my percentage setting, which was that one, and then I can go to 50%, which would be half of 5 minutes would be 2.5. So that would be another way to reduce the watering if I didn't want to get into the days and everything I just showed you. But I will. So we'll leave it at 100, and then I'll review really fast, real quick. That's your time, and I would change it with the plus or minus. And I'm going back to the center button. That's the date, and I would change it with the plus or minus. That's your start time, and you would change that with your plus or minus. So everything works off this main key. That's your run time. Again, I would change it with the plus or minus. Now, those are your days. They're all on. But if I wanted to change it, again, plus or minus. Now, you always want to finish at the time of day, which is 2:18, and make sure that the hours are not blinking, or the minutes. That way you know it accepted all the settings, all the programs you commanded. So again, that's your program, and the way that's your controller. No wiring required. That's your neoprene to weatherproof the controller. And like I said, everything here, just in quick review, was basically cut PVC cutters and Christie's glue. Everything in here just by compression. Everything, whether you're dealing with the 1/4" lines or the 1/2" line, you cut it with the PVC cutters and just shove it in. These come with these little couplings you see on the side. These little couplings is what you use to connect the hose to the main hose, the 1/4" hose to the big one. And how did we make those holes? We use this hole puncher that was given to us by our supplier. So now what I want to do is run the system manually, so you can get an idea of how it works. So you basically turn the arrow to the right. So bear with me. And that noise means it just turned it on. So all I did is press the arrow down and held it down for a second. I let go, and it'll start the system on manual run. And as you can see, these can be set to a drip like this one, or I can open it up like my palm trees over there. My palm trees over there where the beer can is are set like this. You see how wide that goes? So it can be, you can actually use it as a small sprinkler, and you can turn it down to a drip, like a bubbler. So you can bubble, so you can, or you can, you can bubble like that. You can drip like that, and you can spray wide like this for bigger pots. And as you can see, this one I got on a drip. This is something that doesn't need a lot of water, so I'll put it back on the drip, but I'll show you my other. See, is a little bit bigger. I opened it up counterclockwise to throw more water because it requires more water. So that's basically it. And then once it's done watering, it'll just go back to auto. You don't have to do anything. So that concludes this video from JuanSandovalSprinklers.com on how to water your hanging baskets or hanging pots. If you have any questions, please email me at jsandoval, SANDOVAL 617 at yahoo.com. Or if you'd like us to put your system in, if you're in Long Beach, Santa Monica, Los Angeles, or any of those surrounding areas, give us a call at 562-608-8761. Thank you for your time and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.